Today on Dr. Phil, she ran away from Suburbs to Slums.
Loni, come out here. It's your dad. I need to talk to you.
You can't make me leave. I'm done.
Their daughter needs help.
She was arrested for heroin. Did you bail her out?
Yes.
But so do the parents.
You guys aren't ready. You're hiding stuff from your husband.
She's not hiding anything from me.
Well,
She told us that she did, so she's either lying to us or she's lying to you.
Now,
Loni finally made it here.
the intervention.
I'm a heroin addict. I can say it. Are you an addict?
no, I'm not.
You are a liar, Mom.
Loni, your mom is not a drug addict.
Were you addicted to painkillers?
She doesn't want the world to know. Say it.
Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
I hate to see people suffering, and you've hurt long enough.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
I'm going to get you the help that you need.
In 5, 4.
This is going to be a changing day in your life.
All right, I'm pulling into the street where she's staying at. Turn the light off. It's actually not even on the GPS.
Hey, Loni.
There's my daughter. Dr. Phil, open any door in the world for you.
I'm not going anywhere today. I'm telling you that right now.
Well, that was Brandon once again trying to save another addict's life. Can you believe that 10 years ago, right here on this stage, we made television history with the first ever on-air drug intervention on Brandon?
Did you lie to me to get him in here? Answer my question.
You are the biggest liar in the group. You lie to your father, you lie to your mother. That's the pot calling the kettle black, my friend.
Brandon, I know you want
Don't
help.
talk to me. Am I done? Can I go now?
He walked down this runway with a big choice to make. Now he's going to walk back up it today. Let's welcome Brandon. Well, Brandon is now 7 years sober and has been paying it forward ever since. He partnered with his mother, Debbie, and together they have performed hundreds of interventions all across the nation. Take a look at some of their toughest cases.
Oh my gosh, what the f?
Why do you think we're here? Tell me.
We're all gonna run in there behind her.
JL, hold on.
We went in, attempted to intervene on JL, and she went into a full-blown meth psychosis rage.
You don't even know me.
No, I don't know.
So then how are you gonna sit here and tell me I'm out of my mind?
Because I've been where you're at.
I don't care about your life and your sad sob story. I don't even want you here. Get off of me!
Call 911.
Say hello to Debbie and Brandon. They are here with Jeanette. So, how you doing? Catch us up.
Oh, I'm doing fantastic.
I never, ever imagined life could be so good.
And actually, when I say that you guys are paying it forward, you guys have been doing interventions. You've been helping us with interventions. And when Debbie called us about this next story, she said the family desperately needed our help. In just 3 years, 20-year-old Loni had gone from a straight-A student to getting kicked out of high school for trading pills and later selling heroin to an undercover cop. This family was on the brink of giving up hope. Take a look.
My daughter, Loni, she's 20 years old. She's addicted to heroin. Left the house a few weeks ago. We haven't seen her since.
Loni was a great kid. She always loved to be around family.
When she was in 8th grade, her grandfather died. They were very, very close. That was the major turning point. She was more withdrawn and began experimenting with drugs. When she was a sophomore, she was expelled for having narcotics on her. She had Norcos, which she took from Grandma. In 12th grade, she was high all the time. I would talk to her. She was a good liar. I'm not high. I'm not doing anything. I found out later that she was taking ecstasy.
I suspected Loni doing drugs about 2.5 years ago. She met this boy. The second I saw this guy, I knew it's bad news.
When she was 18, she moved out. Last year, she was arrested 2 times for possession. One of those, she sold to an undercover cop. Then she moved back home. It continued to get worse. We would find cut-up straws, squares of foil that were very dirty and ashy, and a lot of dark fingerprints on the wall.
We've found it in her clothes, under her bed. I'm talking hundreds of pieces of foil.
I have another daughter, Lindsay. She's a perfect kid.
My sister is toxic. The amount of stress and the feeling of anxiety all the time. I'm mortified to be your sister. I've thought about coming home one day and she died. It's like a really scary feeling that I don't care. I've always felt in the bottom of my heart, there's no hope for this girl.
About 3 weeks ago, Paul had hundreds of dollars missing out of his bank account. We confronted her, and of course, it's always deny, deny. She went to live with Grandma.
There were several times when I found that there were bills missing from my wallet. There were a couple of old gold necklaces that were missing.
So we confronted her. She denied it. Her boyfriend came and picked her up. She hugged me and said, "I love you, Mom. Don't worry, I'm fine." That was the last time we saw her.
Jail doesn't scare her. Death doesn't scare her. I'm numb. I don't even want to look at her.
She doesn't want to get clean. She likes heroin.
How is it that you have a daughter that is a heroin addict, 2 felonies pending, hanging out with druggies? How did we get in this situation?
I just think it started from school, hanging in the environment that she was hanging out with. She wanted to be on the outside and just be around terrible environment. Kids that had no direction, no goals.
But why?
I don't know.
She has a very low self-esteem.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know if she was...
I have no idea. We've always told her how beautiful
Okay,
she was.
Let me stop y'all here for a minute. This is important to me. Have you not given any thought to this?
Oh, of course.
Because I'm asking, you're going like, well, it never occurred to me that somebody's going to ask me how we got to this point. I need you to come full present here right now. I don't mess around. If she wants to be a drug addict, I am her worst damn nightmare. Because let me tell you, I will haunt her ass till the end of the world. Okay? You have no idea. And I ask you a question, and you're just kind of staring off like you're in shock. I listen to what you say, and you say, I'm done. I'm through with her. And if that's true...
No, it's not true. I mean, I'll do anything for
Then
my
why
daughter.
did you say that? If you're not in this deal, then you need to excuse yourself, because I'm getting ready to deal with your daughter, and I can't have anybody dragging their feet or anybody that's not committed to it. I have a philosophy, and you need to adopt it and embrace it. And it is this. You never, ever surrender to the disease. There were 6 times that I personally could have given up on him, 100 times that Doug and Debbie could have given up on Brandon, but they didn't. I've interviewed him on this stage. I've interviewed him in an orange jumpsuit in the Harris County Jail, and his mother was driving around not knowing she had black tar heroin hidden in her car because he had left it in the console. Okay? You didn't invent this problem, but you have it. So there has to be a sense of urgency here. I may never see her other than today. And you've got these two here. He's lived it. He's been there. She's a psychiatric nurse, a drug specialist. You have the A-team here. Right. So let me ask you again, why is she this way? So let me ask you again, why is she this way?
I think this has been a lifelong coming issue. As a child, she was unhappy, never felt good about herself.
What'd you do about that?
Oh, I took her to psychiatrists,
What did they do about it?
therapists. I had her evaluated. They were never able to peel back anything significant to get her to change or realize that she was a beautiful person.
A lot of her problems are you know, it's hereditary. I mean, I grew up where my brother committed suicide when he was 18 years old.
Yeah, I'm very sorry for your loss about that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our family has multi-generational mental problems. I really feel that Paul has never dealt with this death of his brother.
My brother had a mental imbalance. In 1983, my brother committed suicide. He did it in his car. Asphyxiation. I mean, bloodline is bloodline.
I think that he blames himself, passing that on to his daughter. Loni and I had many private conversations that I never shared with Paul because I was fearful that he would kick her out. He can't handle it. I really feel that Paul is a different man than I married. He's checked out. He's done.
I'm more on my dad's side where we're done and we don't want to do this anymore. I'm not here for Loni. I'm here to support my mom and my dad, not for her.
Do you have any idea why she expresses so much hate towards y'all?
No, I don't. I don't know.
Where she is now is not consistent with what her upbringing was.
Absolutely.
Because y'all got along.
Absolutely.
There was happiness in the
Yeah,
home.
it was a
You got along as a
beautiful
sister.
family.
Absolutely.
You
We
got
always
along.
did things together.
And then it turned.
Right.
I mean, we tried everything we can. We're still trying. There was a lot of enabling because we have no idea what we're doing, and I think that's why she's in this situation. We have no idea what we're doing, so every answer could be the right answer. So we tried everything.
You said in '09 she admits using ecstasy, but yet you had no clue that she was into drugs, even though she had been expelled before for swapping pills around.
I knew she was doing the pills, but at that point, she was wanting to be Joe Cool. And I think she wanted to show people the pills, and it was more about just being cool than taking them at that time. At that time. Because she had...
Perhaps you underestimated the danger there.
Well, but I think because we had pills at home, and they were never touched at that time.
When she was 16, she was dating a 23-year-old. You threatened to call the cops, but you never did.
Well, she denied it for so long that she never admitted that they were going together. It was just always a group of friends
Just
at the beginning.
hanging out.
You know.
In February of this year, she was arrested for possession of heroin.
Right.
She said it was not hers. Did you bail her out?
Yes.
Did you bail her friend out?
Yes.
Your theory was, I need her out on the street so she has
No.
access to more drugs?
They told me
What?
there was a jacket that was left in the car, and it was in the pocket of a jacket.
And they were set up.
And they were set up by someone.
And you believed that?
Yeah.
Let me add that, you know, while I was on probation, I failed 10 drug tests in a row, and I still tried to convince the judge that the lab results were, you know, messed up somehow. That's how bad we'll lie to try and worm
let
our
me
way
tell
out
you,
of it.
I had her pinned against the wall when he was in Harris County Jail and says, if you bail him out, I will never speak to you people again, ever. Make a choice. I'm in or I'm out. You bail him out, I'm out. You remember that conversation? Because it's hard for a mother to let her son sit down. He's in there for like 6 months.
Yes. I knew at that very moment he lives or he dies. And I had to make a choice. And the choice was this is a very tough disease, and I had to get tough. And I accessed an anger that I didn't know I had, not at him, but at the drugs. And that's when I said, we're done, we're not moving back. We did not bail him out, and he spent 6 months, 180 days, in the Harris County Jail.
You admit you're still paying for the bail bonds. You searched her room, you found a black wax pot in there, drug paraphernalia. You hid that from your husband. You didn't tell him.
At certain times.
I think we're getting way ahead of ourselves here. I don't think this is the day that we should talk to your daughter. Because you guys aren't ready. You're hiding stuff from your husband. You damn well know it.
She's not hiding anything from me.
Well,
you're defending her, saying, no, she's not hiding anything from me. Yes, she is. you're hiding stuff from your husband. You damn well know it. And I ask you, and you say, well, sometimes not. I mean, come on, lady.
No, I did.
She's not hiding anything from me.
Well, because Paul
Well,
was...
she told us that she did, so she's either lying to us or she's lying to you.
But it's a little...
No, because...
She said she didn't tell you because you couldn't take it. She was afraid you would kick her out of the house if you knew.
I would have.
Well, that wasn't the question. The question was, you're defending her, saying, no, she's not hiding anything from me. Yes, she is.
Well, she's scared about her daughter going on the street.
She doesn't want her on the street, but yet she goes down and bails her out of jail. I told Debbie, at least when he's in jail, you know he has at least limited access to drugs.
But she did come back home with us. She was living with us, and we were able to monitor her more.
That saved my life.
How many times did your mom bail you out?
Once or twice before.
Well, that's where we are.
Dr. Phil. Yeah.
You don't want to see your kid in jail.
Guys, I'm just saying, we got to all be in this together. You say, hey, it's okay that I took her out of jail because I came home and monitored her. After that, she sold heroin to an undercover cop. Were you there with her?
No.
So obviously you can't monitor. Look, here's the reason I'm saying this. If you're going to believe her because you desperately want to, then you're going to undermine anything and everything that I might do, that a treatment center might do. This girl doesn't need to go to rehab. She needs to be in a dual diagnostic center, a dual treatment center, where they deal with the psychological issues that drive this. And that, that is a serious swing at the ball here. And let me tell you, if y'all sabotage it, not intentionally, but you're making some really bad decisions, and when I'm pointing them out to you, you're saying, well, no, sort of, kind of, well, maybe. Oh, she didn't lie to me. Yes, I did. Well, sometimes I did. Sometimes I... It's like, seriously?
No, I didn't know what to do. I had no one to talk to.
But you do now. You're here now. So that's
I'm just
why
saying at that time.
I'm trying to really cut
We're
through
at
the
our
chase
last
here.
resort, Doctor.
It's been years.
I understand,
of this.
but you have to stop leaning on your own understanding and listen to professionals here. Do you see my point?
Yeah, I understand.
I got you.
You guys are. She's saying I hid stuff from him. No, she didn't. Yes, I did. No, she didn't. You don't know because she hid it from you. How can you know?
Yeah. Right.
You are enabling your daughter by hiding her pathology from your husband. How old are you?
18.
18. You have a child on the end of the row saying, been a lot of enabling going on here. Hell, she gets it. She's just 18.
I know.
Right? This girl
I know.
can be dead tomorrow.
I know.
And she hates you people.
I know.
That's what she says.
I know.
She doesn't really, but that's what she says. Because she's trying to drive you away because she wants to remove every obstacle she can that's between her and drugs. I mean, we saw her standing there in a sweatshirt and jeans, filthy. Look at her. That's not the beautiful girl that y'all raised. I'm concerned that you're not ready. And we're going to blow an opportunity if we go in it half prepared. Because let me tell you what I am going to say to her at some point. You either do what I'm telling you need to do, or my advice to your parents is to stalk you until you can get busted and violated on a third felony and put in prison for years. Because I would rather have your daughter in jail than have her dead in a gutter week after next. She's not going to like me, and I don't care. I'm not here to make a friend. I'm here to save a life. We're playing hardball here because she's a hard case. She's a heroin addict. So you're in or you're out. Hardball. Hardball.
I know.
My agenda is we get her off the street, we get her help, or we get her locked up where she can't kill herself.
That's what we want.
Fine.
Loni's addiction is not only destroying her, it's tearing apart her parents' marriage, as you can see. It's disrupting the family life. Loni was missing for 3 weeks, and just days ago, her mother, Lynn, and Marilee went in search of her. What they found is why I am so concerned.
This is where Loni is, right here. There's 3 or 4 or 5 other houses that these druggies bounce to.
Go get her! I just want to talk to her for 2 minutes. The cops are coming.
When 20-year-old Loni was caught selling drugs to an undercover police officer and then used as an informant, her family hoped she would put her struggles with drugs behind her. But sadly and predictably, Loni's drug use grew worse. When she went missing recently, her mother, Lynn, and Mary Lee turned into wannabe private investigators in an effort to track Loni down.
My life has been a constant private eye session. I have not spoke to my daughter in 2 weeks.
She's alone out there.
Mary Lee is my cousin, and she has gone through a lot of these struggles with me.
Loni's the worst I've ever seen her. I know that she's going to die if we don't get her help. This is the road right here that they told us that we needed to go on. This idiot we thought was maybe actually trying to possibly help her out. Sent us on a wild goose chase.
She's alone in the trailer.
We're getting close. We're approximately 2 minutes from the dirt road.
This is where Loni is, right here. There's 3 or 4 or 5 other houses that these druggies bounce to. If he doesn't produce her and the cops come, get ready. Because someone's going to jail. We have a missing person. We're waiting for the police. As far as we're concerned, Loni's missing.
Go get her! I just want to talk to her for 2 minutes. The cops are coming. Come here, Loni, honey. I just want to talk to you. Talk.
Okay, Loni, I need to take you to till you get help.
No, you don't. I'm fine.
Loni, you're living with men, honey, that you've known a week. You're finally away from the boyfriend, but you're with people that you don't know.
Well, I'm not leaving. I'm fine here, and you can't make me leave. I'm not doing drugs.
If you get one more felony, babe, you are going to prison.
You're sick. You're sick, I'm not sick. Mom, stop. I'm done.
You have no clothes. Loni, look at where you're living.
Loni! Come on. You have a family that wants you to get better.
I have followed Debbie and Brandon for a long time. I think they're absolutely superb at what they do. I got the number, I called it, and Debbie picked up the phone. Said, I'm begging you for your help. He's gonna die. She said, I'm gonna email the Dr. Phil show. And I said, what? Are you serious? We need Debbie and Brandon now to come get her because we can't do it on our own.
Don't start calling the cops for a missing person. You know I'm here, Mom.
So you just want to be an addict and live in the dirt.
I'm not getting high.
Loni, you need to go and get clean at a hospital. You need help.
A hospital.
So you.
She's 20 years old. I want her to have a chance to live.
At that point, we decided to send Brandon in to lend some help.
I just pulled up to Loni's house, actually Loni's parents' house. I'm gonna go inside, meet the family, and figure this thing out. Hi, how are you doing? You must be Lynn?
I'm Lynn.
Dude.
Come in.
Oh, you're
Come
so
in, come
welcome,
in.
so welcome.
Let me introduce you.
Hi, how are you doing? Why don't you guys, go ahead and give me a little info about this place that she's been staying at.
This area has no street signs, no paved roads. It's dirt and trailers. It's a desolate, dark road.
She's known these men for 8 days.
Let me stop you here.
8 days.
Strangers.
We have no idea.
They're 40 and 50.
Oh my God, they're like half kids.
She's 20.
Yes.
But you did get to see her and talk to her for a little
You're
bit.
the best.
It's a good thing that you guys did reach out. Let's go check this place out.
Yeah, we need to go about a half mile down the road.
Okay. All right, I'm pulling into the street where she's staying at. Turn the light off real quick so they don't spot us.
So we're right up here on the left, that wood color fence. That's it.
Oh, there's a camera on the side of that house right there, like a security camera. Hopefully it's not as bad as we think and we can get her out and get her help.
Well, after Brandon spent the night surveilling the area, the family convened the next morning to devise a plan with Brandon and his mother, Debbie.
And I'm Debbie. Hi, Debbie. I'm Lynn. And this is Mary Lee.
Why are we here?
She's probably going to die if we don't get to her ASAP.
We've got to go in and extract her out of that compound to give her a chance.
You can only get out of the trailer right here or right here.
We should probably go to this direction first.
Okay, so we've got a plan together. Everybody knows what we're gonna do.
If any one of you feel in danger, calmly call 911. We are going to get her to LA to talk to Dr. Phil.
Well, the next day, they did it. They headed to the trailer park at the end of a dusty road.
All right, right now, we're on our way out to the compound, ready to do this extraction. I'm with Paul and Sam, and we're gonna go get his daughter out of this compound.
I'm beyond nervousness right now. I'm just ready to do this plan.
This is the entrance to the compound where all the trailers are. They've got, blinds up and stuff over their windows.
Loni, come out here. It's your dad. I need to talk to you.
I see a hole in the fence where she could possibly, run out the back.
See anything over here, Sammy? Mm-mm. I don't hear anything. I don't see any movement. There's movement.
Loni!
Oh, they nailed this shut.
There's people in there, no doubt.
Hey, is Loni in there? I'm her father, and I need to see Loni right now. Loni was here.
Lonnie's here.
2 people did come out of the residence and said that, Lonnie's not here. They don't know who Loni is. They've never seen Loni. I'm not convinced that she's not inside hiding. I still think she might be inside there.
I can hear her. She's in there.
I haven't seen my daughter in... I'm worried sick about her.
So she's not here, but you just found out she doesn't want to talk to us. There's a guy whose nickname is He just came out of the trailer and admitted that he does know where Loni is, and she is inside the trailer.
So you're gonna call the cops on me? Loni!
Quite a ordeal. I'm adding Mary Lee to this. Mary Lee, thank you for being here. First off, thank you for writing. Thank you for reaching out. You've been a real movement in this thing and getting stuff along. Sam, thanks for being there and helping get everything together. This is Loni's grandmother down here. Hello to you as well. We have a lot of people here that care a lot about this young woman. I'm leaning on these guys to come present, get focused, stop listening to her lies, and hold her feet to the fire here. What do you think about what you've been hearing me say this whole time?
I'm so glad. And it's a family emergency. And this is a family problem, as you can see. And I've seen it for many years.
Loni was at the trailer, but how are they going to get her past the fence and actually get to have a dialogue with her? You don't want to miss what happened next. We'll be right back. Lynn and Paul have been trying for years to help their daughter Loni beat their addiction to drugs. And like so many parents, they have a lot more love than they do knowledge about what to do. If you've ever been in that world, it is hard. When they kicked her out 3 weeks ago, they never imagined they'd find themselves in the middle of some trailer park at the end of a dusty road far from the beautiful LA suburb that she grew up in. Now, with Brandon and Debbie's help, the family devised a plan to try to get to her. They just learned that a man that Loni was indeed hiding out with was in that trailer. He threatened to call the cops on them. Boy, that's when I wish I'd have been there. You better believe he would have met some cops and met them in a hurry. But did he? He did. Let's see what happened next.
I have a team in place.
Paul is talking to the police officer right now, and he has agreed to finally help us get Loni out of here. I just overheard that the cop ran this guy's record, and he told him he'd better cooperate with us or he could take him in. So he went inside, and he got Loni to come out.
There's my daughter. She's out in the open. Loni, I haven't seen you in a month. I just want to talk to you.
Start talking.
I don't want to bury my daughter.
You're not going to. I know I have a problem. I know, but I'm staying clean. What do you have? What's your idea?
I have a doctor lined up for you.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I want to introduce you to the nurse. Debbie, this is my daughter, Loni.
I appreciate that.
I'm Debbie.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm a nursing counselor. Okay. And the only reason I'm here is because your family's just worried about me.
Your mom and Marilee wrote in to Dr. Phil. Do it.
I'll think about it.
I know you said that.
I'm not going anywhere today. I'm telling you that right now.
I think we are making a little progress. She said she wants to think about it.
I don't want you bringing this drama here, Mom. I'm not getting high. I'm just trying to stay away from you for a little bit.
The only person that they're gonna listen to that can actually hold a mirror up in front of them and say, this is what you've done wrong to your daughter, that guy's Dr. Phil.
Lonnie is still resisting. Marilee is talking to her right now.
Just give me 2 days with you. And I give you my word, God is my witness, I'll never come chasing after you again. I just want you to go talk to Dr. Phil. Please?
Whatever.
Okay, baby, let's go get
Can
your
I
stuff.
get my out?
You can do whatever you want.
We finally got Lonnie to agree to come with us, and she went inside, got her stuff, and she's on her way out right now. So here she is coming out, and she's got her stuff, so we got her.
It took 2 days. Family members, Brandon, and 2 police officers, but Lonnie finally made it here. So, Lonnie, please join us. How you doing? Dr. Phil, how are you? Seat right here. You know why these people are clapping when you walk out?
No.
I think they recognize that it took some real courage on your part to do that. And I'm glad that you're here. How do you feel about being here?
I'm all right.
What's the good and bad about being here?
I want finally to get my family help, not just me, but my whole family. We all have major problems. We just need to lay everything out on the table and talk about it and figure something out.
It's like you're reading my mind. You know, one of the things that frustrates me, people have heard me say it before, is I have family members that bring kids. This even happened when I was in private practice. And people would bring their kids and drop them at the therapeutic altar and say, here, fix them and call me when you're done. And I'd say, whoa, wait a minute. Come in and set your ass down, because kids don't get into these issues in a vacuum. It doesn't happen in a vacuum. And you are exactly right. You are reading my mind. I agree with you 100%. You have serious problems. You are making some serious bad decisions, and this is a family problem. I have had some very hard conversations with your parents already, and they probably don't like me very much right now, because I kind of been chewing their ass
That's okay.
about what they've done and haven't done. What I've not done is questioned whether they loved you and whether their intention was good.
I know they love me, and I know their intentions are good.
Is that a fair thing?
Assessment, yeah.
Have you felt chewed out? I'm sorry, but I know.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I know. But I needed you to change your position.
I understand.
But anywhere in there, did you ever hear me say that you didn't mean well and didn't love your daughter? Because you didn't hear me say that, because I don't believe that. I believe that you love this daughter very much. I said that your dad would run through a door or climb any mountain to help you. He would lay his life down for you. But he is also a big part of this problem. Your mother, the same thing. She would die for you, but she is a big part of this problem. I totally get that. Why are you so mad at them?
You know, I could sit here today and say, yeah, I have mental problems. I'm a drug addict, up, I've stolen, I've lied, I've cheated, and I could say that on national television. I'm a drug addict. But there's someone else who is a drug addict, who is keeping this on the down low, who I think needs to talk about it.
Who is that?
You're doing heroin and meth. You're hanging around with people named...
I'm not doing this to hurt you. I'm getting everything out on the table. There's someone else who is a drug addict, who is keeping this on the down low, who I think needs to talk about it.
Who is that?
Do you want to talk about it, or you want me to? It needs to get out there. It's a major problem. A couple years after my sister was born, my mom was addicted to Norcos, up to 30 a day. Don't start. She got on Suboxone to get off of him. She's still taking Suboxone.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Stop.
Hey, I grew up in the 80s. I'll admit, you know how they say if you remember the 80s, you weren't there? I don't remember much of the 80s. I was, you know, I experimented. I have been very honest with my children. Very honest.
Does
Both
Lindsay
of them.
know?
I've
Does
been
Lindsay
honest
know
with
that-
her.
Lonnie, your mom is not a drug addict.
She had a drug problem.
You're doing heroin and meth. You're hanging around with people named living in scum.
Lonnie, I have been taking.
Did you have a drug
Prozac
problem?
and Xanax. Yeah, I know, Lon.
Were you taking up to 30 Norcos a day?
What are you talking about,
Hold on, Paul. She's having a conversation with her mother. Let's let them have it.
Be honest. Be honest.
I have taken painkillers, yes.
Did you have a problem?
I don't think
Were
it was
you
a problem.
addicted?
No.
Are you an addict?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You are a liar, Mom.
I'm not. Like I said.
So your point is that she has had a history of abusing prescription drugs for sure.
When I moved back home, I was on heroin and I wasn't feeling good. And I said, you know, I don't feel good. And she said, I know how you feel. I know what you're going through. And I said, no, you don't. And she pulled me aside and said, listen, your sister doesn't know. Your family doesn't know. Your dad doesn't know the extent of it. I was addicted to painkillers your whole childhood, up to 30 Norcos a day. So she knows what detox feels like. She doesn't want the world to know.
Okay. Well, did you have that conversation? And no, before you answer, this isn't an essay question.
Right.
You either had the conversation or you didn't.
We had the conversation.
Okay. So she acknowledges that.
So you're an addict. You had a drug problem.
I admitted to you that I have the same brain as you, that I feel the same way. When I take a painkiller, I know how you feel.
30 Norcos a day? Say it. I'm a heroin addict. I can say it. Man up and own your shit.
All right.
I'm not doing this to hurt you. I'm getting everything out on the table.
I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Were you addicted to painkillers?
For an amount of time, yeah.
Okay, and you had to use Suboxone
to get off
to get off of them.
Right.
Okay, so next, what else did you want on the table?
That was just a major thing for me because, you know, all the attention's on me for being the drug addict, but then you're in the closet. You had your addiction, but no one knew. You were normal.
Now they do.
Yeah. What else do you want to talk about?
You need help. You need more help than just some rehab program. You need a lot of help to get the life that I think you deserve. I do want to make what I think is a very unique program available to you. It's not just some rehab program. It's what we call a dual diagnosis program that can truly give you the chance to get traction and become all of who you are. Mandy Baker is here. I flew her in here from Texas today. She's Vice President, Executive Clinical Director of the Origins Recovery Center. And I want you to do that. And I want you to do it with an understanding and a commitment from me that while you're doing that, these people right here have got a hell of a lot of work that I am going to set up for them to do as well, as much or more work as you're doing, so you have a chance to come home and really have a relationship where there's honesty instead of hypocrisy, where people respect the boundaries in your life, but yet hold you accountable. You've got legal problems, we will help with those as well. I'm willing to make every resource at my fingertips available to you, and they are appreciable. What I need you to do is tell me in all sincerity that you will immerse yourself in this program. Will you do that?
Yes, I will.
We have a deal? You will do that? Okay. All right. You can do this. I want to thank this family for being here today. You know, it's not easy sometimes to come air things out on national television, but it is a teaching tool for everybody involved. A special thanks to Debbie and Brandon from VIP Recovery. Link on our website to find these good folks. Also, special thanks to Mandy Baker from Origins. Mandy, thank you so much for being here. Brandon?
Hey.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye-bye, guys. Sam, appreciate it, man.